What's up? What's up?
It's Friday. I told you we was going to do a special edition. We are at Hair Kings at 2256 Snellville Plaza.
We said pull up.
Snellville, Georgia.
We are live, you guys.
Oh, wow.
Hey, you guys.
I'm just sitting over here. Everybody's good now before we start going.
Y'all be on your best behavior, so people are going to be watching y'all. We don't know who. We always have different callers. I always say that. So, Hair King.
We got here to something. We would love to introduce the owner. His name is John. So let's go over here. At least he can say hi because he's the business.
Just do it.
John.
The camera shot.
First of all, I want to say thank you for allowing us to come into the shop and have a conversation with you all. So I know we're busy right now, but if you could just tell everybody about Hair King and
I mean, well, it's a barbershop. Old school barbershop. You know, we have real conversations. I like to believe that's the reason why, you guys want to pull up on us today. And I think this is the best place to be able to have the conversation that you want to have. So you guys are here pretty honest and transparent. Yeah, well, too honest, right? Yeah, hope through all this, you know what I'm saying? We can find a way for us to come together versus pushing us further apart.
Sounds good. It sounds good.
So we're going to come through and let the barbers introduce themselves. So we're going to come first to this gentleman.
We're going to go for Midwest, Midwest fam.
What's your name?
I'm King Weeks. You got something else first, man?
P, last name Wee.
All right, Pee-wee.
I'm Ghost. Been here, what, a year and a half?
All right, yo. Of course, I already met John, so we're going to go down to the end.
We just chill. What's up now? How y'all doing? I'm Trey. That's it.
This is my brother.
Yeah. Nice to meet y'all. I'm one of the barbers.
On the dawn. I've been down that hallway. Come on, sir. How y'all doing? I'm Jordan. I've been here since August. I think I can cut hair a little bit. Trey, can I cut hair? Oh, for sure, bro. The best hands in the city. If I had your hands, I'd cut mine off. Stop being shy. Oh, that's how you feel, Trey? What's up? My name's Simon. Damn, brother. Solid barber.
All right, so the reason why we came in here and we're doing this is to get, I wanted to honor our brothers, because we always talk to the women and everything. So I'm here to honor my brothers so they can have a voice and they can have a voice on the platform. When I tell you some of the conversations in here, to be honest, this is the best place to be. So let's get started.
All right, now you guys know nothing happened like this, especially when it came to talking to people without me, the girl G. So being that Bluffy does it the way Bluffy does, I am going to start off with my Midwest crew right here that I met last week. We're going to start with him again just because he's acting like he doesn't want to be present. You from where?
I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio.
You from Cincinnati? I got a couple places to answer family, but they're in Akron. All right. How far is that from Cincinnati?
Way on the other side.
Man, but we still fam.
Ohio on the southwest.
Still fam.
Yeah,
Still fam. All right. Now, look, we don't want to get too serious, so deep, but look, give us a little moment of your time. Play it just a little bit. Because we know when we're here, right? We know we've heard when we in the barbershop, y'all keep it the realest of the realest of the real. But we also heard that this is where this really deep stuff. So that's where I like to go. I like to dig deep. I like to go mental with it. Okay? More than anything, I like to tug at where your heartstrings are. Yeah, I really do. So I might as well just start off. Right? That's how we're going to do it. All right. So I'm going to start off with saying, being that this segment is about being a Black man in today's society, right? I want to ask you as a brother, how has being a black man for you in this time been seen as a threat? Where you see yourself being judged by somebody else as a threat?
You just went deep.
Deep.
You just went, ooh, I'm on lifetime.
Is the barbershop sweet? Or is are we deep?
Yeah, you just jumped on in. Ain't even warm up.
No.
That's
Okay,
not really my business.
no, like literally.
So repeat the question. Go to Lord what you see.
All right. When I say when did you see yourself when did you see yourself being a threat to somebody else? Okay. At birth?
Of course. Absolutely.
Now why you say that?
Say, right?
I'll
If
say,
you can
okay.
elaborate.
Okay, I'll say when I was able to walk and talk,
Okay. Okay.
and it got worse along the years because of the stigma of how black men are. And then, I'm a bigger guy, so I really have to, even in the grocery store, and excuse me, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Scare nobody.
Intimidate?
Right. I don't want to intimidate anybody.
Well, what makes you feel like that? What makes you feel like
The stare,
you're
I get the
intimidated?
looks. It's like, oh, I'm a nice barber. Don't be like, yes. I am nice. I'm nice, right? Yeah, back me up now.
All right. Sound convincing, please. Okay, now you laughed over here at her, no. But now you don't look like no intimidating kind of guy. Like, how did you feel?
Yeah,
Like,
how did you
how do you feel when you're walking around and you present such strength? And I'll pass this to him so he can hold it. Well, how do you feel when you have to walk around and you can hold it and you have to possess strength, but at the same time, humility and meekness? How do you do that?
I mean, I think it's a little bit different. Like in my personal life, in my personal life, I'm gonna say I'm super quiet. My wife often tells me I'm often very very standoffish. But in here it's a little bit different. And I don't know. I thought it's just kind of who I am, in general. As far as it's my personality, how I grew up. It's kind of real quiet. I've observed a lot of everything. So oftentimes it just kind of came with me, looking at my surroundings, and either observing to see if I feel comfortable enough to open up or not. So
I make chicken with black people with.
it will probably be as I came into my adulthood and answer your question. When I realized that I kind of come off as very intimidating. I'm a bigger black man.
Yeah, that's why I
But
said that.
but yeah, so it just ends up hanging though.
Now, do you guys think, and I'm going to ask you this, John, do you think being the black man, do you think as the owner of this business, do you think like finding these guys here, because these are a good looking group of guys. I don't judge. You're welcome. I don't judge by the way you look because I go off of something deeper than that. I use my discernment when I walk into an establishment, or when I'm talking to somebody. I'll tend to just use that discernment before I look at what I see.
Oh yeah.
And I'll go from there. How did you choose your guys here when it came to looking for certain qualities? Because at the same time, you guys are in a place where you need to protect one another. You don't want to bully one another, even though you guys joke one another now and then, but at the same time, you want to know that you guys protect one another. Y'all on the line.
I mean, for the most part, it is. I mean, everybody can be politically correct. Like you live in a time where everybody knows the right stuff to say, right? So you really won't get a feel for everybody until you actually come to a zone. Like when I tell anybody before I talk to them, it's like, brother, be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just because that's what makes the shop so unique. It's not like following a blueprint or something. This is how you're supposed to act. Like you'll be able to find your way within. But it's giving space to everybody to have the respect for everybody to be themselves instead of trying to control it and things like that. So a lot of times I like to live and judge off of you innocent to prove guilty. There's never a situation like one person in here reminds me of somebody, and I've been connected with a lot of barbers. But I want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, because I look at the good versus just focusing on stereotyping. Because we already at a disadvantage just because we do judge each other. We the hardest on each other. You know what I'm saying? So the room for error is not as wide as we would give others. So being able to get that and allow people to figure out, you know what I'm saying, not only themselves, but how you interact. Because like I said, you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
Oh, I love
You know what I'm saying? If you make it a barbershop, you can make it in any form, any space, anywhere.
No. And not only that, but what I'm getting now is that you learn that, right? You learn that. You obviously had to gain those strengths from something you've seen.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's experience. I mean, you talking about it again. Everybody knows right things do. Until you actually face with these challenges and it's in the moments where you find out, you know what I'm saying, this thing. A lot of times we judge each other off of moments. You know what I'm saying? But that's like I like to use like there's 365 days in a year. So if this individual is solid 300 days out of the year, that's a solid individual.
Yeah.
So why would we hold on to the 65 where I look at it just being human? You know what I'm saying? Because
Things happen.
you see what I'm
Can
saying?
you grab that? I want to go over here to him right quick, and I want to ask a question, piggybacking off.
Look at size.
We're gonna go. And we'll come back to you. We'll come back to you.
Something to say now.
But we'll come back to you definitely. But look, I wanted to piggyback off of John. I wanted to say, like, when you talk about that, and I talk about what molded him. When you're in here, and I gotta make sure I word this correctly, right? Like, I see your style, Rastaman, right? And I say it, and I respect it because, you know, I kind of lean towards with Bluffy first. That's my own personal brand, right?
Okay.
And I believe in healthy living of the, I'll tell it, of the ganja, of the Mary Jane, right? That's like that's my best friend, Mary Jane. She's my best friend after Allah, you know, after God. But what I'm saying is, how do you feel you're honoring your ancestors? How do you feel you're doing a righteous thing by your actions when you're here around a whole bunch of other people where you have to cohabitate? Cohabitate in a way that you got to actually break generational, you know, stigmas of what a person may think.
So I'm gonna be real with you. That was like a complex question a little bit. Break it down for me.
Okay, I'll break it down. You're in here. He said, look, I asked him, how did he pick you guys, right?
Okay.
I asked him, how did he pick you guys? Where did he go up? But because you guys look like the strongest of men.
Yes.
Now, being at your background, and I'm going up for what I see from you, right?
Okay. Now, when you say my background, what you see?
Well, when I see you, when I see Rasta, I say that comes with a lot of background, especially just like what do they call it? Wits.
Okay.
It's just a hairstyle. Are you rocking a hairstyle or are you rocking a culture?
So this like when I originally started, I want to like started your day when I was young. I was going to like early there. So originally when I started going, this is fun. It wasn't a spiritual reason. But as I continued growing, it became more spiritual than it was. I learned, you know what I mean? That's a fashion. It was actually like a spiritual journey, but I'm learning so much from you know what I mean? As far as, you know, just how people perceive me when I started growing, and the type of attention, you know, everything that came with it, you know what I mean? So, it was it was definitely, you know, it's how people perceive you. I done lost track of the question. Ask me the question.
No, you're right on track.
Yeah.
So it is about how people perceive you. How do you react to how people perceive you without knowing exactly who you are? That's how you started in here.
Definitely. And I appreciate that. So I use it actually as a way to have people, you know, because a lot of people judge right off the bat. Like you said, and I look like, yeah, I'm going off the background. I shouldn't you don't really know my back.
I
So a
don't.
lot of people just look at me and automatically assume I come from harsh conditions, or you know, I come from the hood. You know what I mean? I'm a certain type of way when you know, they sit in my chair, they get talking to me like, oh, brother, you just look like this.
Don't say it because you're making me want to say something. My boy's name's Clarence. Clarence has good hair.
But you know, but that's not it.
With the love. Look, I say it and I say it with the love. We are at the barbershop.
Oh, sure. That's what you said. I'm call. You know it.
Live and direct.
You know, they say like, what, you like a fool?
No,
That's not what I look like. But,
No,
you know,
but
that's
that's
what you get something, you know, embracing you. Yeah, it's me. So,
and checking for your history.
Yeah,
Checking
yeah.
to see where you come from.
Yeah,
Yeah, living
sure.
in your truth. Absolutely. Now we want to step back over here to the Midwest real quick. Talk to Mr. Cincinnati. Going to give us some Cincinnati.
Yeah.
We're gonna come over here with this mic.
People come to you and we're going to ask you, when did you first realize you had such a strong before you were allowed to be?
Ooh. Yeah. When did I realize I had to be strong before I had to be? So I think for me, I'm the oldest of 6 children, and my mom, when I was probably like 14, mom got sick and was disabled. And I think to me and like a lot of other black men, when we're in that position of some sort of leadership, whether it's your dad leading the home, or whatever the case may be, I think, you know, a lot of things, one of the main things that we get taught is like, you got to be strong. You can't show no emotion. And so I'll probably say around that time, probably 13, 14 is when, you know, I kind of got that message that I needed to be, I had to be stronger than everybody else around me.
Because you were the oldest.
Because I was the oldest, because my mom was sick, because I had to step up and, you know, I had to take on more in the household. I had to take on more responsibility. So, you know, in a sense, my childhood, you know, kind of ended a little bit early. And then as I got older, as I became a young man and learning lessons, and I realized that like strength doesn't mean hiding your emotions. But I had to learn that through life experience. And I just had to be willing to, I think one of the biggest things is I had to be willing to unlearn a lot of the stuff that I was taught as an adolescent.
How hard was it?
Extremely hard. Because I think a lot of times we hold on to a lot of the stuff that we're taught because it's connected to the people that taught us that stuff. And for me personally, it felt like me holding on or me letting go of some of the things that I was taught meant that I was, you know, in a sense, throwing away the people that taught it to you. And so when I learned that I could disconnect the lessons from the person, I could still love these people, I could still admire the people that taught me these things, and just recognize that they may have just been misguided from what they taught me, then that kind of freed me up to be able to unlearn some of the things that I learned.
While still showing honor. While still showing honor to them, but tweaking some of the stuff.
And also taking away, like, not blaming them for some of the hardships that I may have faced because of the advice that I may have followed that they taught me. And so, you know, I don't hold my mom or my dad or my grandparents, I don't hold them to blame for some of the hard lessons I learned. Me trying to be so strong because they taught me I had to be strong. So, but yeah, so the answer to the original question, I think I probably learned that about 13 or 14.
I love the fact that you had to realize that they weren't to blame because they taught you what they knew. And a lot of times we don't realize when back in the days, a lot of things that we did, you know, that we learned, they have no clue. So be able to have that, even though some of the stuff may have been harsh or whatever, but look how you turned out.
Yeah, that's
right. So, yeah.
All right. And you know what? To piggyback off of that, I'm gonna say, while we're here, this right now is showing a moment of vulnerability.
Yeah.
This right now is a moment that some people, sometimes your wives, your girlfriends, they don't even see. Like that y'all really can go deep when it comes to your conversation. Like I know my brother over here, I know he'll know because his wife, you know what I mean? Any of y'all who have wives, significant others, you know what I'm saying? You have to be able to have some kind of vulnerable side, you know, in order for you as an escape. And I don't know, I'm going to throw this out there for whoever want to answer it because what's my dude's name? My guy's side.
Brother side.
Brother side. Brother side with the side eye. You tried to run off, but I caught you. I caught you.
Come you big money, son.
You running away. You running away, but I see where these men are showing you a side of vulnerability that maybe you're not used to.
That's the future right there.
What you mean?
Like meaning, okay, you seem to be younger. Am I right or wrong? Than this. You're right. Okay. How old are you?
I'm 24.
Oh, 20. I have a 24-year-old.
Yeah.
My oldest is 36. So being that my oldest is a 36, he just turned 36 yesterday.
Yeah.
And I see you in here with these men, and I mean brainy men,
Yeah.
emotional, intact men.
Yeah.
I didn't say perfect, but from what I see so far, like emotionally intact. And my question to you is, in that moment from that you were standing in there until now, you're even showing a different side.
What you mean?
You're showing that you're not as nervous.
I mean, I wasn't never going to give you.
You was clowning. You was clowning.
Always.
But if we could ask you to
Give
do
a shot.
all right, you are, and I love that.
You'll see all this sweet. I'm sweating.
Yeah, you are, but and that's what I love. So what would you say? What would you say to young guys your age when they are around a group of men like this and as they're trying to find their way in this life? Because you got to be dedicated to what you're doing. You got to be here when you don't want to be here. You got to realize that the reason why you're here is for you, not for John, not to keep John's business going, not because when you don't show up that he not going to be here to do the 3-4 heads that you had coming, because he going to make sure it happens.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? And what are you showing the young adults that you're learning while you're here around these men?
Man, ain't nobody gonna choose the life your life for you, or what type of life you want to live.
Right.
You gotta handle your own business. Don't be expecting handouts. And work hard.
Where do you find peace in that?
Straight.
Because it gets hard.
Shit, bro. Mentally, shit, either mentally, physically, spiritually.
Oh, you pointing to your brothers spiritually.
So it's just it's some type of category growing. Like it's some type of growth that could be had. I guess you could say.
So when you got solemn, is it when you say growth, like you experience like heartache that makes you become vulnerable in this place, or not really? Do you know heartache?
What you mean?
Your heart aching.
No, I think you your journal.
Have you ever dealt with?
Girl, friend, family.
Well, like, what you mean by heartache?
Like,
Like when she kicked you out. Oh, no, you know, the lost getting guard.
yeah, like, do you know about heartache? Do you know?
Nah, not for real.
You know,
Man, I'm not that serious.
no, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes you like
it is. It is a blessing. Yeah, not to experience heartache like that in this world, that's a beautiful thing, especially in a way, like you said, brother, behind you, with losing somebody and stuff like that. You know, when there's so many people that are hurting right now in this world, it's good. If you ever just stay focused, I just wanted to kind of sink in on that level and just say, you know, thank you so much for doing your best to try to big up yourself. I appreciate that. I do, man. I have young daughters, you know. I said my baby's 24. We want no scrubs. We're gonna be back to this. We're gonna be back to this segment.
That was good.
I'm so sorry, y'all.
That's cool. That's about. So I'm gonna ask you all. I'm gonna ask this question. And whoever want to answer it, be my guest. How do you protect your heart in a world that really protects Black men?
Get your horse. If you got for this, you said what? If you got for this.
That's big, my brother. Yeah, I mean, well, one, it's you gotta have an understanding of who you are. You gotta have an understanding of yourself and your self-worth. For me personally, my self-worth comes from knowing who I am to God. And so knowing who I am to God matters more to me than knowing who I am to, you know, human beings. I'm not saying that, you know, that I don't care who I am to other people, you know, because I do. I have to even care about who I am to my wife. I care about who I am to my kids. I mean, I care about who I am and what I mean when I step into the barbershop. But at the end of the day, I know that my protection comes from my Heavenly Father. Who I am and all of my value, my worth comes from who I am to Him. So for me, that's where I get it from. That's how I protect my heart. So I guess in a sense, I really don't even have to protect my heart because I know that God's always looking out for me. I know that no matter what mistakes I make, He comes to my rescue, who speaks up for me or not. I know that I have the grace and the protection of my Heavenly Father. So that's that's just for me.
Oh, wow. I love it. I love it.
Anybody else have anything to say?
Gee, we ain't heard from you in a minute.
And look, and I'm watching him over there.
What's the question? I think you can take read that question one more time.
How do you protect your heart in a world that rarely protects heart?
Barbershop. Now, piggyback on Dog Jordan, now, it's a chain of command. Like, having a relationship with God, that's most important. And a lot of times you don't learn that until later on in life. I know, but if having that, first and foremost, in the barbershop, like, coming out the time, you hear the conversations and everything, man. It's like, you don't need a lot of space to, like, say how we feel. It's like, I always look at it like, if men are different, then you shouldn't look to having much time as kids and women to sit and talk about our feelings. When we don't work, stuff don't get done. So we have our moments, but you gotta have time in it on it, yo. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Don't take advantage of the fact because I'm telling you about how I feel. You know what I'm saying? We learn, we grow, because whether you right or not, the world ain't got no mercy on no man. Oh. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. The world got a soft spot for women and kids. You know what I'm saying? But as a man, you're only as good as you can get it by. So how we protect ourselves by make sure we stretch every day. You know what I'm saying? You never know when you gotta, make sure that back straight. We gotta keep the family up, you know what I'm saying? Work out, eat right, you know what I'm saying? All these different things to where when you do these things, you feel more confident, man. You're learning more about your finances, understanding your responsibility, not really looking at things just because you label it as hard. Like, all of a sudden, like, man, that this hard and show me what's easy. You know what I'm saying? And we all know everything that's on the side of easy, comfort, anything right there, the awareness is down, you ain't paying attention, that's a big man. That's a vulnerable. But man, that's hope, lifting mind, and I also got, like I said, come to the barbershop, we hard on each other, but it's a hard in a sense to where it's a better. You know what I'm saying? When you right, the world right. Yeah. What's the name on that side? I don't know. That's all the boy Sal in the future, man.
I do like that. Hey, now what I'm gonna do is so I don't know the leaders. Are you okay with me asking you a question? All right. One dime. Now, I'm going to start off real quick because I see naturally, we see that these other men are African American, but what's your nationality? Puerto Rican? So we're like me? I'm mixed. I'm Mexican and black. But what I'm asking you now, right, is while you're in here and you see exactly how these guys are. I know that ethnicity wise, right, we have a different culture, right? But how do you feel like your culture is similar when it comes to how these men are interpreting how they live their lives? When it comes, whether fear or family?
I mean, I don't think a culture has to like everything to do with it. It's more like conversational and the morals and tables. That's why I'm like men that put their family first. Come to work every day, grind out, and they accept you for who you are. I never felt like I was a whistleblower. I got with them every day. You don't see me at my lowest, I don't see me high, at my highest, all in the middle. And I never felt like I wasn't accepted. That's where I stand.
How long you been here? Yeah. Now, do you think you've seen a difference, a change in yourself?
Oh, I've grown a lot being a woman.
Yeah.
I listen to him every day. I listen more than I talk to. And I'm just learning positive. So I just enjoy it every day to see like my faith for me to come and stay. And I get as if from the world, but also make money and provide for my family and the process. I mean, enjoy it. I'm blessed.
No, that's a good one. And absolutely, I agree with you 1,000%. Culturally, it is not a difference. I mean, some things we do a little different, but our first and foremost is God, family, you know what I'm saying? And making sure that we could provide. So I do appreciate that. And I do appreciate that you're saying that you're learning so much here because in the little time that I've been here, I've learned so much in a couple. It seems like it's been a minute, like literally 1 minute, but it feels like a lifetime. I feel like I've been in here for a while, learning so it's from these guys personally, and you as well.
We're family here.
Absolutely, and it feels like that. It feels like that. How do you feel, Vic?
Oh, I get my haircut there and just to hear their conversations and hear the truck and just to see how they and there's no animosity. Everybody has their own opinion there. That's the one thing I was saying.
You sound your mom glad Hair King Barbershop y'all days.
Hey, thank you so much. Hey, I want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in with us. I don't know if you have any other remarks that you want to add to this. I do want to stop. I want to finish by saying I heard you guys. I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna bring this back over there to you, John. I also have a husband who works very hard for my family. And I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for him holding it down and making sure that I was okay and comfortable.
Hey, you ain't got to come over here. That's that you do it.
That was good.
Yeah, I just want to acknowledge the man.
Hey, that's what's up. Thank you so much. Go ahead, Vic. So, like I said, I'm gonna pick back off of Vic. I totally respect all of you because I see. I mean, you know, husband, I see, you know, he talking down. You still getting the word still that you should have every straight. Everybody's protecting his body. So, as Black ladies, you know what to say to be honor you all.
Hey.
And thank you. And just know that we are those who's been, I get your ways, wind beneath your wings. And no lie, I'm going to go home and get a big old hug. No lie. I definitely am because you guys really appreciate him so much more.
There we go.
So with respect to just go and get your bags for everything needs. That's it. So from Currency Hill,
Coffee, Jerry.
Hair Kings, 2256, Snapchat.
I'm through.
Check it out, Tam.
Pull up.
Absolutely. We will see you soon. God bless. Everybody's going to do some hairs up. You watch the custom phase up and here put some fellas on it.
Oh, I can. I'm good. So I'm sure. I know that. See you later.
My way.